Epiphany via the moving picture screen. The question of whether or not TV is bad has already been answered. It is merely a matter like any other dilemma of the kind as to whether the pros outweigh the cons. Also, as in other dilemmas of the kind, the pros often affect the user directly, whereas the cons do not. And therefore, the pleasurable effect for the user is all that matters, continuing the endless cycle of self-satisfaction and disregard for the rest of the world. Bigger and better TV sets are the new thing. At first, it was truly phenomenal evolvement from black and white to full-color pictures, and recently we all had to get rid of our old sets for the new high-def ones. And without blinking an eye, 3D television is already trying to make us buy new TVs again. Consumerism is not the problem here. That's what our country depends on. However, the issue arises with all those thrown-out televisions, chock full of lead and especially the mercury found in most LCD screens. But there again, that falls into the category of does not directly affect me. So, maybe a better appeal would be to talk about what is shown on today's television. We're not even talking about commercials here, rather the actual programming itself. Just a few nights ago, I found myself channel surfing to pass the time, having my computer crash and currently incapable of any real work. Literally everything that was on, though, disturbed me. For example, the movie The Punisher was on. And not that I have anything against that, because I do think it was pretty well done. But seeing as much suffering as possible impaled onto the characters, such as the merciless obliteration of an entire family, graphic one-sided fights, ripping the metal piercings out of a man, and even manipulating the antagonist into thinking his wife was cheating on him with his best and only friend, and so making him kill them both, the only two people he cared about in the world besides himself. It was just horrible to watch, really. So that's how it started. I began flipping channels, not at all in the mood for suffering. House was on. Now there's a show I enjoy. I thought, just as one of the doctors convinced a scared teenage girl to let them stick a needle into her eye for testing. And of course they show that all nice and up close and personal. Now, this scene was really nothing compared to some of the other doctor shows, especially like Grey's Anatomy. But again, on this particular night, I was looking for something happy. You know, unicorns, rainbows, puppies, that sort of thing. Puppies. Of course, one of the channels like Animal Planet Discovery or Nat Geo would have something interesting on that wasn't so sadistic, right? Alas, I was let down yet again with Inside Nature's Giants. Apparently this night it was the giraffe's turn to get cut up, skinned, dissected, and otherwise violated in its death. Is this what people really want to see? Even on the comedic side of television programming, most acts and jokes are either racist, sexist, foul-mouthed, stereotypical, or a mixture of them all. Here, I must also look into myself because yes, I laugh at these jokes, and if I were in any other mood, then yes, I would also enjoy the graphic and disturbing themes on regular programming. The thing I have ultimately decided in response to this experience, and many others not even related to the media, is that society is the reason for our society's downfall. It is the individual against everybody else. If I want something, I can order it online or purchase it through a company offering me their service. I shake no hands, and if any names are spoken, my brain instantly erases them from memory. A saying Einstein said many years ago proves even more so true today. It has become appallingly obvious that our technology has exceeded our humanity. There is no reason to be personal anymore. Therefore, nearly all regard for anyone other than ourselves has dissipated. If Mr. Big Boss Man doesn't know Little Partner Company, he won't even think twice about crushing them for his own gain. And the same is true in all such circumstances. This happening of self has become the society. What is supposed to be good for the whole is now completely self-centered. This in turn, this stepping on others, is why we now enjoy watching others' pain on television. What used to be very upsetting 50 years ago is now daily entertainment. As myself, I can only truly know the entirety of myself. And it scares me to look at society, knowing how I struggle to still be true to myself and my beliefs and not to succumb to the norm. It also scares me to think I am the only one left who still has the old morals and values. But it is that isolated thinking that is exactly why this society has prevailed. Therefore, I must believe that all of you still have souls. And I do. I have hope that even though I may not know you or your inner workings, that you have at least taken the time to look within yourselves and figure out how it is you want to live your life. If the individual can take back what society has taken from us and disfigured it to form the masses, then there is hope yet for this world. I would like to thank you personally for listening, and hope that you have found something in my words. If not truth, then at least room for thought. This has been Epiphany via the moving picture screen by Crystal Cummings.